Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello dears, on this video we will explain about allophone in phonology. But before continue, we are from group 7. My name is Ulya Darojat and my partner is Fatimah Atiqah Ulya. The materials are: the first one is definition of allophone. The second one is history of concept. The third one is the example of allophone. The fourth one is origin of the term. The definition of allophone. In phonology, an allophone is one of a set of multiple possible spoken sounds or phones or signs used to pronounce a single phoneme in a particular language. The specific allophone selected in a given situation is often predictable from the phonetic context, with such allophones being called position variants, but some allophones occur in free variation. Replacing a sound by another allophone of the same phoneme usually does not change the meaning of a word, but the result might sound non-native or even unintelligible. Native speakers of a given language perceive one phoneme in the language as a single distinctive sound and are both unaware of and even shocked by the allophone variation that are used to pronounce single phonemes. Next, history of concept. The term allophone was coined by Benjamin Lee Worf circa 1929. In doing so, he placed a cornerstone in consolidating early phoneme theory. The term was popularized by George L. Tiger and Bernard Bloch in a 1941 paper on English phonology and went on to become part of standard usage within the American structuralist tradition. And then the example of allophone. There are many allophonic processes in English: lack of plosion, nasal plosion, partial devoicing of sonorants, complete devoicing of sonorants, partial devoicing of obstruents, lengthening and shortening vowels, and retraction. Aspiration. In English, a voiceless plofis p, t, k is aspirated, has a strong explosion of breath if it is at the beginning of the verse or a stressed syllable in a word. Nasal plosion. In English, a plosive p, t, k, b, d, g has nasal plosion if it is followed by a nasal, whether within a word or across a word boundary. Partial devoicing of sonorants. In English, sonorants G, W, L, R, M, N are partially devoiced after a voiceless sound in the same syllable. Complete devoicing of sonorants. In English, a sonorant is completely devoiced after an aspirated plosive p, t, k. Partial devoicing of obstruents. In English, a voiced obstruent is partially devoiced next to a pause or next to a voiceless sound within a word across a word boundary. And the last, retraction. In English, T, D, and L are retracted before R. Other languages. There are many examples for allophones in languages other than English. Typically, languages with a small phoneme inventory allow for quite a lot of allophonic variation. examples are Hawaiian and Tokipona. Here are some examples. The link of language names go to the specific article or subsection on the phenomenon. First one is consonant allophone, second one vowel allophones, and the third one is vowel or consonant allophones. And the last is origin of the term. Complementary allophones of single phoneme are difficult to transcribe or write down due to the fact that phonemes are abstraction of speech sounds, not the actual sounds. Since allophone choice is seldom a conscious choice, many people do not realize that allophone exists. Contrasting pronunciation examples are helpful in these instances, with the differences noted by distinction such as aspirated, glottalized, flipped, or nasalized, flipped. Languages such as Hawaiian and Tokipona have a small phoneme inventory. Thus, there is much allophonic variation, which is used to distinguish between words and meanings. Allophones are best understood within in the context of the language within which they occur. Additional areas of research for more understanding of allophones might include allophonic rule, allomorphs, linguistic alternation, phonemes, complementary distribution, free variation, and positional variance. Okay, dears, maybe it is enough of our explanation about allophone. We hope this video can be useful for us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.